Let's look at how you can use the four cornerstone concept to frame your safe harbor responses to each of these topics: retirement income, fixed income, insurance, and active and passive investing. Remember, first visualize the four cornerstones. Then populate each cornerstone with an essential element related to the subject. For example, with retirement income, you could select dividend-paying stocks, interest-paying bonds, guaranteed income through annuities, and the fourth cornerstone could be IRAs, 401ks, pensions, and Social Security. With respect to fixed income, the four cornerstones could be duration, diversification, credit quality, and the yield curve. The four cornerstones of insurance could frame some of the most important conversations you'll ever have with clients. Let's start by identifying all the non-portfolio risks clients should be concerned about. Then consider the financial consequences of a lot of bad events occurring. I call this low P, high C, low probability, but high financial consequences. And then do the math, quantify these financial costs. The numbers could be staggering. The third cornerstone is simply the decision each client needs to make: insure against these low P, high C events, or self-insure. And the fourth cornerstone may be reserved for clients that want to self-insure. And that's where you need to discuss with them what exactly will be their plan for self-insuring. To discuss active and passive investing, the four cornerstone framework can simply be divided into the advantages and disadvantages of each investment approach. Now let's look at additional ways to use the four cornerstone frameworks we've created. You may agree or disagree with the cornerstones I chose to frame the discussion around retirement income. That's okay. That's one of the advantages of the framework. It's flexible and adaptable, not rigid. You could easily have chosen different essential elements, such as planning, income sources, distributions, and enjoyment. Having defined the major elements of a topic, you'll then want to explain their importance, offering proof or evidence, which I refer to as SAFE 1 or SAFE 2. SAFE 1 is an acronym for the technical subject matter you should present to support a point or a position you're making. SAFE 1 stands for studies or statistics, analytics, facts, and experts. An example of this would be to illustrate and describe the workings of the yield curve. SAFE 2 refers to more subjective support, using stories, analogies, focusing on feelings, and something unique and personal to the financial professional, your fifth element. Suppose you want to explain the importance of diversification. Take a red pencil, which we'll say represents high-yield bonds. If that's all an investor owns, and the junk bond sector of the fixed income market experiences a big problem, the investor would be in bad shape. However, if they owned a diversified portfolio of fixed income securities, represented by all these color pencils, the investor's portfolio wouldn't be as risky and susceptible to snapping as the single source portfolio. The four cornerstone concept is a very effective way to facilitate interactions between you and your clients and prospects. Remember those clients who think they should self-insure? You could create another four cornerstones to discuss what assets they'll draw upon to meet those losses and expenses. What will be the tax and timing implications for liquidating assets? What plans and future spending will have to be curtailed? And how much less income will be produced going forward? You can even use the four cornerstones within a cornerstone to provide a framework for further discussion. Consider, for example, all the advantages of passive investing: simplicity, low cost, market-like performance, no discretion. But you don't have to stop at four. There are more: diversification, liquidity, transparency, tax efficiency. Then consider the advantages of active investing: diversification, liquidity, transparency, tax efficiency. And maybe human discretion isn't such a bad thing. Perhaps not everyone wants to settle for average and would like the opportunity to outperform. Passive investing may be less expensive, but the costs of active investment management have come down considerably. And don't experienced financial professionals and their firms make the process of using active managers simpler for their clients? Next, you take your client through the disadvantages of both approaches. And when the process is complete, your client will understand more about the subject and, most importantly, know that you are indeed an objective, unbiased financial professional. And when they ask for your advice and guidance, that you draw upon your knowledge, experience, and good judgment together with your understanding of the client's situation and needs.